Hey everyone, Sandwichface here, and I think everybody knows this has been coming for a few months now, and I've been leading up to it for a little while, but yeah, it's official now. As of this video, I am quitting SRB2 content. It's been a very chaotic process moving away from this style of content, but it needs to be done for a variety of reasons. You know, before recently, when the community decided to go completely fucking apeshit over everything, the plan was that my content I felt was getting stale, and I needed to do something else. Because there's really only so much you can do with SRB2. There's really not much to talk about that isn't what's usually considered drama by the powers that be. It's extremely frustrating to deal with this community. It's impossible to make content and have a passion for it when people are nagging at you constantly, and then having to explain why you do things this way several times over and not having it get through to any of them because either they're literally too stubborn to listen or too stupid to listen. It could literally be either of those things, but it's probably a little bit of both. But it really hurts as someone who started playing the game back in, I guess 2010 it would have been, way back when I was in elementary school. I was just watching YouTube like I always did when I stumbled upon SRB2 in my video recommendations. You know, I started watching videos, this was a Sonic fan game where you could get sent to hell, and I just thought that was the coolest fucking thing ever, so I downloaded the game. Unfortunately, I started playing the game after that Red Volcano secret was removed, so I did not actually get to get sent to hell. But the game was still fun, and I had a blast. A robo-blast, if you will. And net games especially were my most fun memories with this game. I always remember coming home from school every day and going onto a net game, whether it be Ring Slinger or Tag, Co-op, and just meeting familiar faces and people I knew from several other net games and just being able to have a good time. SRB2 back in the early to mid 2010s was kind of a special place, and I will always hold it close to my heart. And this game will always hold a special place in my heart to me, even when I'm long gone and forgotten about this terrible fucking community. Anyway, can we talk about how fucking terrible this community is for a second? Holy fucking Jesus Christ, you people are just awful. Like, oh my god, you people are fucking unpleasant. But to be serious, I've never been part of a more unpleasant group of people. The community itself is totally out of control and is just horrible to deal with. And the staff doesn't do anything about it because they're all stubborn as a fucking mule and they'll never admit to doing anything wrong. Most modders for this game are horribly pretentious artist types who are extremely stuck up and awful to work with, and bitch over every little fucking thing that goes wrong. Especially if it's something that goes wrong and comes from me, because everything always has to be my fault for some reason. But that's just a running trend of this community liking to find scapegoats to blame all their problems on, and then claiming the problem is fixed when that scapegoat is removed. You know, just brushing it under the rug and not actually addressing it when it should really be addressed. And just with the whole port-leg bullshit and the really bureaucratic ways they have of running things and handling modifications, I get the feeling that this is a group of people that just gets off on telling other people how to have fun. Especially with the shit I continually get, even when I was at my nicest, I feel. And I've always gotten the same fucking comment of, but Sandwichface, they do it for free, so you can't criticize them. Which, I will just say, nobody fucking cares if they made it for free. This is just another fucking long line of excuses everyone likes to make for new Sonic Team Jr.'s atrocious behavior towards fucking everything. And I have spoken with people who have just kind of been fed up with modding, and just the community in general in the past few months. I've been told by some people that things have just gotten really fucking awful and vile since either Ring Racers or the last OLDC. I won't name anybody for obvious reasons, but that is what I've been told by some parties. And yeah, it lines up with what I've experienced, and I feel like if it was after Ring Racers, which I noticed, then it's partially my fault. And that's because I feel that if they were able to get rid of me so easily, then they now feel they can get away with pretty much fucking anything and will never face any criticism for it. So yeah, I guess you could consider that my final analysis of this community. It's It's fucked beyond repair, if I could say it in the most blunt, unashamed terms possible. It is just completely unsalvageable. The community worships the fucking ground New Sonic Team Jr. walks, and New Sonic Team Jr. itself is so fucking unbelievably stubborn, they won't listen to anything and accept fault when they know they've screwed up. And pretty much as long as the community remains in this state, nothing will ever change for the better. But anyway, now that I've wrapped up everything with SRB2 and I've said my final thoughts given the community, it's time to talk about my future content. And as to what my future content will be, I'm not certain yet. I'm leaning between two different things, which is A, I want to talk about Tokusatsu, you know, Ultraman, Godzilla, all those things, or B, I kind of just want to talk about other games I like. There's a lot of games I grew up with I would love to talk about, especially Simpsons Hit and Run. That's a game I really love. But I'm not too sure yet. I think I'm just going to throw around both ideas and see what sticks for a bit. You're entering the new experimental age of Sandwichface. But I'm not doing SRB2 anymore. I don't think I'm ever coming back to this game. But aside from that, I guess I can give some closing remarks to my fans and the community. For my fans, I really do hope you stick around for my future content. I know it won't be SRB2, but I do believe you'll really enjoy it. Even if it's not quite what you came here for. Now that I'm free from SRB2, I feel I could really make content I'm passionate about making without having to fear for the SRB2 community coming back and making everything fucking worse, but they always seem to do that. But it wouldn't feel right to leave such a hole in the SRB2 community. I feel like I've offered a level of commentary on community matters that I don't think anyone else on the internet has ever seen before. And I am going to encourage anyone who has watched the video to this point, who has endured the things I have, whether you're from SRB2 or somewhere else, to speak up. Because places like this, free fan games and shit, they get away with a lot of bullshit. This is something very widespread. It's not exclusive to SRB2. And I am kind of sick of putting up with this bullshit. Honestly. I'm kind of sick of it. So, I want to encourage people to speak up and let their voices be heard. Whether people in the community have done genuinely terrible things to you, or to other people that you've noticed and don't want to remain silent about, then it's okay to speak up. And who knows, maybe you could do what I couldn't and be able to withstand this garbage. But speaking out and speaking up are the first steps to bringing about real change where change is needed. And there's a lot of places in this world, especially online, that need change. Which leads into my next closing remark to the SRB2 community. I know this is a community that loves to hold grudges against people they don't like, and hold those grudges for several years at a time. It's maybe every other Thursday I would look into that fucking server and see more fucking Mystic discussion over an event that happened 4 fucking years ago. And I know this community well enough to understand that the same thing will happen to me. So my final message to the SRB2 community is, please leave me alone. Like, go away. I have my own content I want to pursue, and my own ideas that don't involve you. I know you people well enough to claim I'm quote-unquote inciting something with the remarks I've made in this video, and I'm like, no, fuck off. I don't care. You don't have to reply or respond if you don't want to or don't have to. There's such an option as not responding, so don't do it. But anyway, that'll wrap up this video, honestly. I knew for a while that I probably wasn't going to make SRB2 content forever. It's a shame it had to end like this instead of more peacefully like I was initially planning. And the slow phasing out I initially wanted to do didn't get to happen. But that'll be it. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and don't actually join any Discord server yet. I'm going to take a short hiatus from making YouTube content starting now. And in that meantime, I'm going to set up a new Discord server separate from SRB2. The old one is going to be privated. But yeah, that'll be it. See you around, Space Cowboys. It was fun while it lasted.